Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another interview on mmaunhinged. As you can see, we've got an absolute phenom, an absolute superstar, Kennedy Freeman. After her last fight, I mean, absolutely fantastic. First round knockout. Kennedy, firstly, an absolute pleasure. Thank you very much for joining me.
Thank you very much for having us.
Yeah, like I said there, first round knockout, absolutely fantastic. I was in there in the arena, your music came on, you're walking out, the arena's pumping. Talk to me about that night. Let's reflect on that a little bit. How was that for you?
Oh, unbelievable. The arena was absolutely bouncing. If anything's going to get the North East fans going, it is like rave music. So when I seen everybody on their feet, it was an unbelievable feeling.
Yeah, absolutely. And talk to me about that left hook. Something that you said that you were working on in camp. You hit her with it. She did a little bit of the chicken dance, and then you followed up. Talk to me about that. Working in the left hook. Was that obviously something that you've seen and was successful? You wanted to land that. Is that what you've seen? Like you wanted to land that left hook when she came in?
Yeah, well, I've got to give all credit to my coach, Josh Abraham. I didn't see that punch. He called it weeks before. We drilled it on the pads. We drilled it in sparring. He's seen that my opponent just like to lunge forward. And it was just in the back of my mind, and then obviously in the fight I damaged my right hand, and I just hear my corner like screaming for that shot, and I just threw it, and it landed. I just seen her drop, and I thought, this is it, I'm getting out of here.
Yeah, and I think the best part about that fight is the emotions afterwards. You kind of get on the cage and you shed a few tears, don't you? It got a little bit emotional, should we say? Talk to me about that. What was the feeling going through your head? Was it all that hard work for 5 years, the return back to MMA? How you done it? Is that what was just going through your head at the moment, on top of the cage, thinking, wow, this is probably the perfect way to come back?
Yeah, I think it's just massively emotional, because to me MMA was finished. I retired. I'd had 5 years off, and I at one point had no interest in coming back at all. So then when I did decide to come back, and just the quick process of deciding to come back, signing Cage Warriors, getting matched, being on card in Newcastle, and then getting a first round knockout, and just obviously I don't have my dad as my coach anymore, so it was a massive thing of finding new gyms, and it was a lot, and then when I got the first round knockout, I was just sat on top of that cage, and I just see my mum, all my friends and family go mental. Yeah, just got a bit emotional.
It's absolutely fantastic. I remember after the knockout, looking over to the bleachers to my left, and they were just going absolutely mental. I don't know what they cooked there in Stanley, but they were wild, weren't they?
Yeah, they were a wild bunch.
And obviously, Sing 'Em Again, May 25th, will be there as well. So it's going to be fantastic. I'm looking forward to it. Talk to me, obviously, about the opponent. Brazilian girl, getting matched. Obviously, talk to me about that. What's the expectations from her coming in?
Yeah, she's obviously she likes to take the fight to the floor. She's won a lot of fights by submission, but this is the test I need. I managed to keep all my fights on the feet. Nobody's seen my ground game. A lot of people think I have zero ground game at all because they don't see it, but nobody takes it there. So why am I gonna take people down when I can finish the fight on the feet? So this is the test I need at this stage before I get anything bigger than this. I'm just ready for anywhere the fight goes. I've been training for it all, so I'm really looking forward to it and expect fireworks, man.
Yeah, you said that last time, and we got fireworks indeed. Absolutely fantastic. But Machine 2.0, you showcased it last round, but you talked about there, obviously showcasing the ground game this time around. Obviously, that's something that we want to do, because obviously, potentially the UFC are looking at this, or whoever's looking at this, and thinking, we want to see the full round game of Kennedy Freeman. Is that something that you also want to showcase? You mentioned it there. You just want to showcase that you've got that round game. So when you come up to the future opponents, they think, all right, where can you be at? There is no chance.
Yeah, like I say, I'm not gonna look to take people down and do whatever, because why? When I'm finishing the fight on the feet, and that's where I'm comfortable. But people always say when she comes against the grappler, this is where she's gonna struggle and whatever. But here's the chance, here's the grappler, and let's see how I do. And I know for a fact I'm gonna prove everybody wrong, and it's gonna go how I want it to go. Then
we'll talk about May 25th, Virtual Mergers Arena in Newcastle, a very local one for yourself again. How do you prove them here? How does it go down?
This is the ultimate test. Everyone says when she gets in there against the grappler, when she gets took down, they've got to get us there first. And if she does get us there, I'm going to prove to everybody I'm either going to get a submission or get back to my feet, and I'm gonna prove to everyone that no matter where this fight goes, I'm comfortable. I'm comfortable in any position. If I keep it on the feet and not get a knockout or whatever, or get a stoppage or go the distance, then if a grappler can't get me to the floor, have I not just proved the hit is wrong? Yeah. So May 25th, we'll see what happens.
but obviously we're talking about obviously her game. Would there be a sense of maybe trying to kind of beat your arrow game, should we say? I see the shrub there. I feel like that's something in the back of your mind that you kind of want to. All right, let me show you how good I am. Is that the thought process?
At the end of the day, it's MMA, so whatever happens, happens. Like, I'm always going to rely on my kickboxing, my striking, and if I get out there and get another knockout or a stoppage, and it's the quicker the better, really. You don't get paid for overtime, so like I'm going in there, just end it as quick as possible. So if it goes to the floor and the submission's there or ground and pounds there, then yeah, that's what I'm going for.
Absolutely. Then I got just the last few ones. We talked about obviously Ian Freeman. I talk about Machine MMA as well. I saw you put on an event the other day. Obviously that was a kickboxing event. So you're a promoter as well. Talk to me about that life as a promoter. I saw your post on Facebook the other day saying it's fight week. Here we go. Life as a promoter. So talk to me about that. What are the real struggles of a promoter like? And what did you go through on that fight week?
Yeah, it is hectic. Like, you get pull-outs, you've got to arrange like everything. We set up the whole venue, we match all the fights, like, and then I also have my own guys fighting on the show, so I'm also cornering, and then I'm running around and
trying to sell your cruise fight wear.
Yeah, and then I've got a store with all my cruise fight wear stuff on. So I like this, have a few hustles, and you've got to win in this game because until you're at the top, fighting pays absolute pennies.
Yeah, absolutely, and obviously you'll eventually get to the top 100%. We talked about it. I'd love to talk about obviously Ian Freeman, as we mentioned earlier. Not in the corner, as you mentioned. But obviously with that come with Andrew Fisher, Joshua Abraham. How influential has obviously Andrew Fisher been? Obviously he's fantastic. Everyone knows what he's made a living out of his wall, his wall riding or his wall working on the cage. How influential has he been? Towards obviously we're here at wrestling today. So how influential has he been to that game?
Yeah, Fisher, I've got to say thank you so much to Fisher. He's improved my wrestling game massively. Like, when I first came here, I was getting kicked down left, right and centre, and I was thinking, Jesus, I thought I could wrestle until I came here. But now, like, I'm getting the hang of it. I'm giving just as I'm getting. So I've got to give credit to Fisher. He's put a lot of time into it. Obviously, like you say, since my dad isn't my coach anymore, I've had to find other gyms. Everyone will probably notice that I train at a couple of gyms. And yeah, it's nice that these guys like Josh Abraham, Andrew Fisher have let us come and just fit in with their team, and they've been a massive help during camp.
Yeah, and I will talk about Abraham actually because just got matched today, didn't he, against Aidan Lee? Obviously he was meant to fight Chris Price, that fell through, but now he's fighting Aidan Lee. Aidan Lee, obviously a Bellator veteran, fought for however many years, but Joshua Abraham is. How does that one go down? I got to ask you. Obviously, I don't know whether you'll be in your corner or not because he's fighting on the same day. What a legend, right? He's going to be cornering and then coming back. What a fight! What a guy! But how does that one go down? How does Joshua Bradley, beat Aidan Lee? Tough veteran. Obviously a tough fight for Joshua Abraham. How's that go down?
I've got all the confidence in Josh Abraham. Like, everyone's seen the old Josh. Like, I think when he fought on Cage Warriors, he was about like 19 years old. He was just a kid. So I think everyone's still got that Josh Abraham in their mind. Just a tough kid who coming for a scrap. But like, I see him day in day out grinding, and he's very skilled, very well-rounded. Like myself, he's been working on his jiu-jitsu and his wrestling. So like, I think this fight's a good fight for him because everybody knows Aidan Lee. He's been around the block and everything. So when Josh beats Aidan Lee, should I say, like, it's gonna put him right at the top, just where he deserves to be, because he's a hard-working man. Like, he deserves to be up there with the best of the best.
He's a great coach. I've heard some good things about him. I remember going, every time I go to like a regional event, I just see him in the corner. I just think, like, this man he gets around, doesn't he?
Yeah,
he gets around. I just think
like 3 shows in one day. He's crazy.
He's absolutely wild. But yeah, hard-working man. Obviously, Roto as well. They've built a really good gym. Next one as well, I'd like to ask about SBG Ireland. Obviously that was a trip we went over to Ireland, Dublin a few weeks ago, I think now. Obviously you met Conor McGregor, so talk to me about that experience, obviously going over to Dublin. SBG, John Kavanagh, obviously good friends with your dad, Ian Freeman. How was that experience?
Yeah, I've been to SBG before, but it was like many years ago, back when I was an amateur. I've got to thank John Kavanagh and Dave for, they invited us over, sort everything out, happy to have us there. They get us good sparring. The girls, they are fantastic. Like, at one point there was like 10 of us on the mat who were all signed to different promotions. Like, where else do you get that? Like, it's crazy. And yeah, like you see, I've met him before. Then everyone's like, what's Conor like? But yeah, I got some like wrestling rounds in with him, and yeah, it was a great experience. And like, I'll definitely go to the SBG game.
Yeah, I think the question is he looking ready? Everyone's always asking about, obviously, is it going to see the Conor of old? Or are we going to blah blah blah? But task at hand against Michael Chandler. Obviously, you were in camp there a little bit with him, and training with him. What can you take away? I want to kind of get something out of that.
Do you know this? He looks like years ago when I seen him, I thought he looked big and held himself and looked athletic then. Like, he looks athletic now. He looks in the best shape I've ever seen him in. And the rounds I was watching, yeah, he looks great.
There we have it. We should probably see the best Conor McGregor against Michael Chandler. But we're going to see the best Kennedy Freeman on May 25th in Newcastle, Vertimeters Arena, Cage Warriors. It's going to be a fantastic night. I'm looking forward to it. Kennedy, an absolute pleasure. I'm looking forward to seeing the fight. Looking forward to the entrance, firstly. I can't wait for it to be absolutely bouncing. That really gets the the vibe and the atmosphere going. So, and obviously the fireworks, and then the after fight, obviously the emotions and stuff like that. But thank you very much. An absolute pleasure. I look forward to fight night.
Thanks for having us.
Thank you. You're welcome. Thank you very much.